Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and this is going to be my review for yet another classic movie review, in which this time I'm going to be reviewing to you the sort of sequel, but more of a continuation of Kill Bill Volume 2. So, Kill Bill Volume 1, I really enjoyed that movie, and basically, as I said in the last part, in case you guys didn't see my review, Quentin Tarantino basically decided to divide this film into two parts, because while Part 1 was relatively short, only like 111 minutes, this part is over 2 hours. So, put it together, it's a 4-hour movie, which obviously, it does not work. So, obviously, that did not work. So, what he decided to do was he divided it into two parts, and this is the second part, Kill Bill Volume 2. Honestly, it was a great decision, because it really feels like a direct continuation of the last movie, and that's what a good sequel should do, although this movie's really not a sequel. I like to think of this as more of a mini-series movie. Even though it was in the theaters, it's definitely a mini-series, sort of, because it's like one big story told in two parts. It's kind of like what a mini-series does. You have Night 1 and Night 2. For this, you had Movie 1, Movie 2. And then apparently, later they actually, brought it to theaters as one big movie, but whatever. The point is, I really enjoyed Kill Bill Volume 1, I really enjoyed that movie a lot. I thought it was a lot of fun, very dramatic, surprisingly, very good acting, too. And, what I think of Kill Bill Volume 2, Kill Bill Volume 2 is, 10 times better. Oh my god, I love this movie. I thought Kill Bill Volume 1 was great, but this one was literally so much better. I'll get to why. There's so many reasons why this movie's so much better, but overall, I love Kill Bill Volume 2. It had everything I wanted in the movie. I actually, I think this movie really should get a sequel. I heard there's gonna be a Kill Bill Volume 3 and Volume 4, possibly, so we'll get to that. But let's talk about Kill Bill Volume 2. So, Kill Bill Volume 1 ended, of course, with her telling Bill, in case you guys haven't seen it, spoilers, by the way, spoilers throughout this whole review, in case you guys have not seen it, the bride basically told Bill that she is going to, she sent a letter to him saying she's going to kill him. And of course, this movie picks up right after that. We actually see a flashback of how everything happened in this movie. We get to see what happened, and basically the plot of the movie is the same plot of the movie. It's her meeting up with Bill and basically wanting to kill him. This movie is basically a direct continuation of that. What I really like about this movie is they expand upon that, show you some things that are very important, and it just makes a really good movie overall. It's really good. And I'll get you some of the things that, for example, the movie opens up with a flashback where we get to see exactly what happened between, the bride and Bill, why they were so, why he was so angry at her, and I thought it was very interesting, and I don't want to reveal anything, I'll get down to spoilers, but of course, if I spoil one thing about this movie, it'd be really bad, but, definitely, that was a really great reveal, and I really like a lot of scenes in this movie. There are some really great, backstories in this movie. We even find out that she was actually, had a trainer in this movie, like a trainer that trained her, and that's why she's such a good, martial art, that's why she does so much martial arts, because of this guy that became a trainer, who she became very tight with, and I definitely really enjoyed, that story, that backstory. But there's a lot going on in Kill Bill Volume 2, it's basically the same plot, Kill Bill Volume 1. Let's get to the acting. Uma Thurman, I thought she was actually better in this movie than she was in the first one. The first one, she was great, but this one, she was so good. Oh my god, this is literally one of Uma Thurman's best roles by far. I will say this about her, one of the things I loved about Uma Thurman's roles in this movie was her emotion. You really saw that emotion in this movie. There are a couple scenes, two in particular, that I really felt her emotion. It really felt like she was really sad. She definitely delivered that very well. I thought she had a lot to work with in this movie, and she definitely did a very good job of doing that. You still thought she was still a badass, but she still had a lot to work with, and she did a very good job with that. So overall, I really enjoyed her performance in this movie. She did a great job. Who I also really love, which I didn't even think this guy would be, I was sure we were going to see more of him, but I didn't think he'd be anything that big, was David Carradine as Bill. Holy shit, he was amazing. I mean, he had so many greats, and at the end of this movie, of course, she meets up with Bill. I'm not going to spoil what happens, but of course, she meets up with Bill, and there's this really great, he has so many great speeches and everything. He's really creepy. You really feel how much of a threat this guy is. He does a really good job. I thought that he was amazing, and I really enjoyed his character. I thought he was just, wow, he was amazing. He was really good. I just thought he was great. He had some really great lines. Michael Madsen as Bud also really good. You know, when he was this guy that she meets up with in a trailer, who actually ends up burying her alive. He was just, wow, this guy was just like, you don't want to mess with him. He did a really great job, and I thought that was great. And also, Daryl Hannah as Ellie, she had more to do in this movie, and I thought she did a really good job with that as well. I really enjoyed her performance. And the only person I think I'll talk about is, Gordon Liu as, Pai Mei, however you pronounce it, Pai Mei. He was really good as well. I thought he did a really great job, and I thought he was great. Alright, let's get to the spoilers in this movie. That's what makes this movie so good. Of course, this movie has a lot of spoilers, but I think the biggest thing we have to talk about, of course, is that the bride, you know, that we find out, we find out her real name, which, of course, is, Beatrix Kadu, which I kind of don't understand why, I understand why they didn't reveal her name, but at the same time, I don't. I think it was cool that they didn't do that, but at the same time, I just thought it was kind of pointless. However, I did like that they did that, but I will say this, that I thought the whole twist of the bride actually being a former, lover of hers was very well done. I really enjoyed that scene overall. I thought they did a really good job with that reveal, and that was just very, very well done. I really enjoyed that. Of course, we also find out, of course, that her daughter is still alive, and that Bill has been raising for her for 4 years, and I thought that was a really, really amazing reveal. Just, wow, I really, really enjoyed that reveal. I thought they did a really great job with that, when we found out that her daughter was still alive, and for a while, I didn't know what she was going to do to Bill. I was thinking, maybe she'll actually get around with Bill, and they'll actually become a family, and, you know, they'll actually be nice to each other. But of course, then I remembered, wait a minute, he left her in a coma for 4 years and didn't even tell her that her daughter, and they told her that her daughter was dead. Obviously, she's gonna kill this guy. And when she killed Bill, it was awesome. I mean, she literally kills him with her fingers. She's just like, and he dies. I mean, that's how awesome, that is how awesome Beatrix Kadu is. You don't want to mess with her, as I said, you really don't. But, you know, that was an awesome scene. I love the ending of the movie, too. It really shows a great revenge aspect in the movie. Also, when we found out what actually happened to her, I love that the first 20 minutes of this movie are black and white. I love that we get sort of like a flashback, because you get to see her happy. You get to see her when she was happy, and, of course, we haven't seen that yet in the movie. We've never seen her happy in this movie. It was really cool to see her happy, and then I love the ending also, because, you know, she's crying, but she's crying like happy tears, because it's all over now. Her having to deal with Bill is over. She doesn't have to deal with him anymore, and I just thought that was very, very well done, the way they did that. I love that they did that, and I just thought that was really, really good. You know, that was really awesome as well. And, you know, another thing that, of course, I really liked was when we met Pai Mei. I thought that was really cool as well. I really enjoyed that, and I just thought that was really good. The other thing that I have to talk about is her scene with Elle. When she and Elle had that fight, oh my god, I had no idea what was going to happen. It was really, really crazy, honestly. I didn't know what was going to happen there. But then when we found out that Elle killed the guy that she was training with, you know, Pai Mei, I was like, I did not expect that at all. That was really awesome. Honestly, I thought her storyline with Elle, I thought Elle was a better, like, villain in this movie than O-Ren. I thought O-Ren was good, but O-Ren, for me, I didn't really care. I liked her backstory in the movie, but it was probably the weakest part of the first movie. There's no weak scene in this movie. Every scene is really, really important and really amazing, and I really love that about this movie. I also loved, of course, that we got to see, you know, what happened to her. As I said, I thought that was really cool as well. But also, her daughter, Bibi, you know, very good actress as well. Very good actress. Her daughter gave a great performance. I thought she did a great job. But I really thought they did a really great job with everyone in this movie. I really got into this movie. I really got into the storyline of this movie. And I really, overall, enjoyed all of the big reveals in this movie. They did a really great job. So yeah, that's basically all the spoilers. Let's get to, the effects in this movie. Wow. Just like the first movie, amazing effects. This is Quentin Tarantino, who is hands down my favorite director after this movie. He is amazing. I think he is just so, so good. Like, I love the way he does his movies. Like, in this movie, they have, like, different chapters. Like, he approaches things, he directs things, and no other director would do that except Quentin Tarantino. But yet, it's such a weird style of filmmaking, but it's such a good film at the same time, and I think it's just because the way he tells his stories is so, so good, and that's why Quentin Tarantino is, like, the master, in my opinion. He's my favorite director, by far. By far my favorite director. I mean, seriously, I love Pulp Fiction, and I love Kill Bill. I will definitely see Reservoir Dogs, I will definitely watch Jackie Brown. I'm gonna watch all of Quentin Tarantino movies now, because I love his style. I really do love that about his movies. He really is great with that. Of course, I also love the violence in this movie. Like, this movie took a lot of risks. I mean, that one scene where she took out, there's one scene that's really hard to watch. You guys know what scene I'm talking about. If you guys don't know, it's the scene where she pulls out Elle's eye. Oh my god, I had to almost turn away in that scene. It was just like, okay, that's a little too much, but I know why Quentin Tarantino did that, because he likes to make things look real. That looked very real, but at the same time, when she saw that, I'm just like, I don't want to watch, because I don't like watching people get their eyes taken out. I think that's the only thing I can't watch. I love horror and everything, but I can't watch that. But basically, Kill Bill Volume 2 was amazing, and I do want them to make a Kill Bill Volume 3 and 4. I heard they're gonna do that, and I heard Quentin Tarantino say he's gonna do the same exact thing he did with the last movie, split into 2 parts, which honestly is a good idea. I think it's good that he splits it into 2 parts, because what he did was, it tells a better story. The first part is really the action part of the movie. It's where we see what's happening to her right now, getting revenge on certain people. The second part is when we get to see the emotional side of the movie. Yes, we saw that in the first part, but more in the second part than the first part. Because there's really no big ending fight scene between Bill and Beatrix, because we already had that with so many other people. We had that with Oren, we had that with Elle, we had that with just way too many, we had that with Vernetta, of course, we had that with way too many people, and it was time for us to just see a general conversation between them, which I thought was just really, really well done. And I love that she got her revenge on him, because this guy was crazy. He really was crazy for doing what he did to her. He was a crazy motherfucker, like, seriously, crazy. Just insane. Alright, but overall, this movie was amazing. I absolutely loved Kill Bill Volume 2. I thought it was very, very well done. As I said, Uma Thurman still kicks a lot of ass in the movie. I'm definitely looking forward, I'm definitely hope they make another Kill Bill, because I really like this series. I love this story. I was surprised that how much into this story I got. Like, this movie, I was really, really into the story. First movie, I was really into the story. That's one of the things I love about these movies, is that I got really, really into it. So overall, I love Kill Bill Volume 2. It's an amazing movie. You guys definitely need to check it out if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys thought of Kill Bill Volume 2. Was it as good as the first one? I heard a lot of people say the first one's great, but the second one's 10 times better. I definitely agree. The second one is 10 times better. I like that it's longer, actually, because it tells a better story when it's longer. But that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will be my review for Orange is the New Black, So, I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye!